Greetings and welcome to another Pokémon Horizons The Series anime episode preview discussion. This time I'm talking about the preview for episode 74, so let's get to it. In this episode, Liko's grandmother, Diana, will return, which is great. And she won't do so empty-handed, which is even better. She discovered something significant about Lucius that is sure to aid them greatly in their quest to reach Laqua. However, she won't reveal her findings so easily. She will challenge Liko to a battle, and apparently, Liko must win if she wants Diana to spill the beans. It will be, predictably, Floragato versus Arcanine, putting Liko at a type disadvantage, but she will surely overcome it. Since later in the preview we see the long-awaited meeting at the crystal pool that was teased back in the PB for this arc. Whatever Diana uncovered about Lucius is almost certainly related to this, seeing that they seemingly summon the person they will encounter via some sort of prayer basically guarantees that Liko will win, thus forcing Diana to reveal what she discovered. Though of course she might still do this even if Liko loses, since I doubt Diana would be so strict or mean to her dear granddaughter. Considering that the last time they saw each other, they also battled and it was a 2 versus 1 affair, with Roy battling alongside Liko, and the win condition for them was to land at least one hit on Arcanine. Just getting to show her grandmother how much stronger she is now could be enough to satisfy Diana, thus making Liko worthy of learning what she found about Lucius. In any case, I hope this will be a fun little battle, and I do hope that Liko impresses Diana enough to earn some much deserved praise and acknowledgement from her. Now, it's time to discuss the real draw of this episode, the fabled encounter at the crystal pool. Again, this was teased in the PB for this arc, and I predicted that the person they will meet here is a woman that has some strong, meaningful connection to Lucius. Once the arc began and we got the new opening, we got to see this shot featuring Lucius and 2 other characters. One of them a woman who I surmised is the very same woman in the PB that Liko and company will meet at the crystal pool in episode 74. I still stand by this. Now what's interesting is that the previous episode, episode 73, showed us a flashback of Lucius where he spoke to someone named Rystal, who we did not see. I'm willing to bet this is the name of the woman in the PB, the opening, and episode 74. So it's confirmed, unsurprisingly, that she did indeed have a very close connection to Lucius, though that's about all we can discern for now. Even more interesting, however, is the title of episode 74, which is The 3 Explorers. 3, huh? You mean just like the 3 we see here in the opening? Lucius, Rystal, and who I predicted to be Gibeon. Now what really catches my attention is that in the title they are referred to as explorers, not adventurers. Explorers like the Explorers, the group led by Gibeon who aims to get to Laqua. Could it be that this white-haired man in the opening is indeed Gibeon, and the group he now leads dates all the way back to the time when Lucius was still around, and Lucius himself was a part of it alongside Rystal? Heck, perhaps they or Lucius specifically founded the group together with Gibeon, and for whatever reason, they parted ways with Gibeon, leaving him as the sole member of the group, which he took control of and he expanded it to what it is now with the intention of continuing the original mission of the group, to get to Laqua, which is clearly what Lucius was after. This would make perfect sense since it confirms these suspicions that I, and likely many of you, have had for a while, that Lucius and Gibeon are inextricably linked, and that Lucius might have ties to the explorers that go beyond what meets the eye. AKA, they are not opposing factions or enemies or rivals. Instead, they used to be one and the same. Finally, I want to add that what Diana discovered about Lucius, or at least part of it, is a picture that she shows Liko and the Terapagos, who is clearly delighted to see it. I'm willing to bet this is a picture of Lucius and Rystal that hints at their relationship. Another thing worth mentioning is that surely they would want to meet Lucius himself instead of Rystal, but they end up meeting her instead. Why is this? Could this picture reveal that maybe she specifically knows something Lucius might not, or something that she would be better equipped to speak about? Or perhaps since the crystal pool lets you meet the dead, Rystal is dead, but Lucius isn't. Maybe Liko and company do want to meet him, but get her instead because she is the next best thing, as he is not available in the afterlife to be summoned by the pool. Now I know what you might be thinking. How could Lucius still be alive if he lived 100 years ago? Well, Gibeon is still alive. If he's really the other man in this shot, who's to say Lucius is not alive as well? Perhaps, like I have mentioned before, he is trapped in Laqua because some catastrophe happened that he had to stay behind for. Hence why Terapagos and the heroes want to return to Laqua. They hope to reunite with Lucius. In any case, to say that the plot thickens would be a massive understatement. Also, given the title of the episode, we will for sure learn who these two other people with Lucius are, or we will at least get some sort of hint about their identities. Man, I cannot wait for this episode. There are just so many interesting questions that we absolutely need answers to. Questions we've had for a while and answers that this episode might finally provide. What this episode reveals might just shake the very foundation of this series, deeply affecting how things will unfold going forward. Now please do leave your own theories down in the comments below. I would love to know what you think/predict, because there are likely many other possibilities that I didn't think of. Let's have an interesting discussion. Episode 74 will air on November 22, and as always, I will review the episode once it airs, so please keep an eye out for that. Now I'm sure you're eager to check out some more of my videos, so go ahead and click the links on screen. I'm also sure you would just love to support me directly, right? Well, check out the links in the description below. Thank you so very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.